It worked. Okay. Last time I broadcast from here, so just a sound check. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and everything is okay. Back to using this microphone. The last time, all right, awesome. Thank you, Marjorie and Fred. Hello, Aimless and Mao and Mike G. Hope all is well in Minnesota. Mike G. Bonjour, Paul. Hello, Saban. Hope Saban is okay. We've had some exciting weather here in town. Hello to Cheryl and to Gabrielle. Bill B. Welcome as always. And to Bill J. Did I get everybody? Hi, Ronnie. I think that's most everybody. If I didn't say hi, and Ruth. Hello, Ruth. How did I miss Ruth? Oh, Angie. Hello. Angie made it. That's great. Okay. So I don't know how I didn't see Ruth the first time through. Oh, now I see where you were. All right. Funny how that is. I've even got my glasses on. All right. Yeah. Please say hello to Angie, by the way. Angie's great. Not to embarrass Angie, but Angie is quite a stellar guide in meditation in her own right. So super big welcome to Angie. All right, I got a bell. It's fancy. It's got a little pillow that it sits on. It's so nice. And then I have a striker here. So we are preparing to meditate. My intro at the top, we were like a minute late, so sorry about that. Thanks for everybody waiting. And oh, hey, Deb. Hope all is well in Iowa, Deb. So my name is Andrew. I'm a certified mindfulness meditation coach by trade and training. I'm a software engineer. We've been doing this Wednesday thing for a while, and at one of these points, I'm going to have to go back and look at how many Wednesday episodes there's been now, but enough to span two of the large international trips that I have done, and we've had Ralph and Brooke fill in, and then a pre-plug for Brooke's Thursday meditations continue. That's Brooke Thomas. And you can go to brookemeditates.com and find out more about Brooke's Thursday meditations. I missed the weekend meditation. I was up on Mount Lemmon, which is a mountain nearby here, and it was amazing. Brooke is lovely, Ruth. And so I haven't even processed that video yet. So, but I believe Jeff is your meditation host on this coming Sunday. Yeah, and that's a little bit of meditation news. I don't have anything to update. Ralph and I misconnected. It turned out that when we were going to record, Ralph had something, and then when Ralph made himself available, I had something, and then we basically missed all this time. So it's remarkable how busy and crowded a life can feel like, especially when you're entering into fall here, or autumn if you want to be cool. So that no news on that. We'll continue to try to get that worked out. All right. And I may have missed a message or two, so I'll just take a look. Yeah, when we were on Mount Lemmon, the dust storm, I think we had what would qualify as a boob. And where we were on Mount Lemmon, we couldn't quite tell. It looked like haze in the distance and the far off trees. And it wasn't until later that we saw pictures that we knew what was going on. But the little isolated area that we were in and the campground we were in, it didn't hit us with the force and the fury that it hit other folks. So, and Tucson doesn't normally get those kind of dust storms. Usually those dust storms are the I-10 corridor sort of northeast. is where you usually see them. So they come up from the Casa Grande area up to Phoenix. Believe it or not, Phoenix is lower, and so the southern part of the state has this kind of tunnel action that goes downhill towards it. All right, I got 25 minutes on the clock, my fancy little clock, and we will meditate for 25 minutes. I forgot to mention this, but I still have access to the Happier app, and that's thanks to Jeff. And I'm doing the meditation challenge that they just started on the Happier app. And one of the things they're doing is loving kindness. I'm gonna do. I think we've done loving kindness a couple times, but sorry, we're gonna do it again. You're always welcome to do your own practice. So if you want to just let me be in the background, you totally can. But we'll do loving kindness for a chunk of our 25 minutes, and then we'll finish with nothing. And I usually finish with 5 minutes of nothing. We probably are going to finish with maybe 8. How do I do this? How come my brain can't spatially figure that out? That was weird. So probably 7 or 8 minutes, somewhere in that time frame. Hello, Sheila. So that's where we're headed. 25 minutes. It'll bring us close to the top of the hour. I think that's everything. All right. And I did say if you have your own practice, you're welcome to do it. But yeah, just so on the offhand chance you're not in the mood for loving kindness, not always the best match, but we'll play with it today. All right, there we go. So go ahead and I'll invite the bell. Sorry. Too soft. There we go. Can always begin again. All right. So we're focused on the seated posture, but you could be standing or lying down or walking. But I'm going to assume that you're sitting in a chair or on a cushion or a bench. Upright without being uptight is the kind of goal here, just to allow a softness and a naturalness to the back, shoulders over hips. Eyes can be closed or open, your choice. Chin slightly tucked, ears over the shoulders. Hands arranged in a way that will help you not fidget too much. And just getting an idea of like what is already here, just as an acknowledgement. So if you're starting out, you're feeling a little bit like the end of the day couldn't come soon enough for you. So maybe you've got a little bit of sluggishness or a little bit of tiredness. Or maybe there's a bit of a buzzing feeling, you're raring to go. So we're not aiming for anything in particular, we're just acknowledging what's already here. And then briefly checking in to see if there's any tension in the body. Maybe there's tension in the shoulders or the jaw, maybe the neck, around the eyes. And again, we're not chasing away the tension, we're just acknowledging it. And then finally, a few deliberate breaths. Slow and low is the tempo that we're going for. Breathing in through the nose allows us to slow that breath down, sinking low into the belly. And then as it turns around and becomes the exhale, seeing if we can extend and accentuate it. Okay. Just giving you a little bit of settling in. Sometimes those deliberate breaths can really get us to a place where we feel like we've actually made it to the seat, that we're not scattered and dispersed about. So we're going to do loving kindness, or again, that was my warning at the top. You're welcome to allow my voice to be in the background and do your own practice. Just beginning with someone that you know that absolutely loves fall. And we offer the phrases as well wishes or as wishes for them, not as commandments or edicts. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. Just seeing if we can enliven a little bit of the mental image of our person, our lover of autumn. Seeing if we can stoke a bit of warmth. Get a little positive feel in going. You're welcome to tailor the phrases, but I'll stick with somewhat traditional. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May you feel safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease. And then before I let you explore offering the phrases on your own, just a reminder that you can shorten those to one word if you appreciate that kind of one word and offering a bit of resonance with that word. So safe, happy, ease might be one way to shorten. And if you had more than one person come up when you were thinking of your fall friend, then seeing if you can swap out and bring that person in. Maybe there's someone you know with a September or October birthday. Maybe there's someone who's back to school or starting a new job. Maybe there's a friend who's retired and this is their first fall in retirement. Bringing them to mind. Seeing if you can stoke that warmth. And then offering the phrases. Again, your own are welcome. May you feel safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May you feel safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Safe, happy, ease. Continuing on at your own pace. If you notice that you've been pulled away by a sound or you don't feel in contact with the phrases, just beginning again. And then picking someone who you would consider neutral. I'm always fond of convenience store clerks or kind of anyone who comes to mind that you know but you don't know, if that makes sense. So maybe it's the delivery person who brings packages to your house. Maybe it's the letter carrier. Maybe it's the person who picks up the garbage. bringing them to mind, and even if it's a loose connection, seeing if you can add some warmth, and then offering the phrases to them. May you feel safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May you feel safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease. And one more offering of loving kindness. So this is your choice. You can offer loving kindness to yourself, or you can offer loving kindness to the whole group. So everyone that's in chat, everyone that is logged in and quietly not part of chat, everyone who watches this in the future, all the recording viewers and folks in other time zones. So you can change the offering and pronouns as needed, but I'll give you the example for all of us. So may we all feel safe. May we all be happy. May we all live with ease. May we all feel safe. May we all be content. May we all live with ease. May it be so. All right, I promised a bit of bonus time, so it is now time to, with care, put aside our technique and shift into do nothing. And with do nothing, the classical instructions are to allow what are the classical instructions? The classical instructions are to sit and know, or one way is to look at it as sitting and knowing that you're sitting, but it is letting go of your intention to control any of your attention. Maybe you can even indulge in a bit of don't know mind, as I just did now. I'll invite the bell to signal the end of our sit. Don't know my own strength. That was louder than expected. Thank you for your practice. May the fruits of our practice be for the benefit of all beings. May our actions be for the benefit of all beings. Thank you so much. I really appreciate folks making a consistent effort to come, and it's super great when you can make it, and I totally understand when you can't. Know that there's a recording here, and you can always watch the recording after. I would delight in seeing the numbers go up after Wednesday, as folks will pop over. So that's super, super great. I tweaked the may be happy to may be content. Sometimes I feel like offering happiness to people is just too much. Content's pretty amazing. So, oh, that's great to hear. Wow. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, I have a few friends who are, I have a few friends who just retired, and there's just a huge amount of delight. And then also they're like, wow, what a crazy time to be retiring. And so all of that is true. Last week I broadcast from one of the, oh, hi, Moira. I broadcast from one of the teen, it was the teen lounge for this place that I volunteer for. And one of the things we often is in the curriculum is like all of these things can be true at the same time. We can feel more than one emotion at the same time. And yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, I'm a big fan of fall. But we don't get the same fall kind of feeling that I did in Minnesota here in Arizona. So super welcome, Ronnie and Deb. Super glad you made it, Deb. And then, yeah. So, on the offhand chance that you haven't signed up for the reminders, I've been sending out two. I've been sending out one on Tuesdays, sometimes Mondays. On Tuesdays, and then about 2 hours before this time slot, I send out another one. If you are on the Happier app, which probably there may not be a ton of you on the Happier app, but if you're on the Happier app and you want to invite me and you're doing the current challenge, you can send an email. You can send an email to that email address, and I'll accept. So, oh, that's good to hear, Ronnie. So yeah, and the challenge is around, I think it's in essence like connection and loving kindness. It's Joseph Goldstein, and then there's a dog named Jackson, who is a Bernese mountain dog, and I know Jackson, and Jackson's an amazing dog, and so it's a super delight. I didn't know that Jackson was featured in the videos, so that was my super surprise on Tuesday when the challenge started. So yeah. It's always nice when you know a dog. You're like, hey, I know that dog. So yeah. So I guess Jackson is now meditation famous, which is super, super cool. Yeah, I think that's everything. And I imagine folks are going to have to twirl and disappear at the top of the hour. Super big thank you for everyone being here. And watch out for the email on Tuesday. I'll give you a heads up on where I will be broadcasting from next Wednesday. And I think that's everything. So, yeah. And if folks are still on Happier, I look forward to seeing those little invites. But Jackson Brown, no, I don't know that Jackson has a given family name. I think he's just Jackson or Jay. So, yes, and as Gabrielle said, have a fantastic rest of your week. Have an excellent Thursday if you're in Australia, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.